Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. When I tell you everything is off, and you know why? Because I gotta go to work. Yeah, I gotta go to work this morning. So of course, because I have to go to work this morning, I didn't want to get out of bed. hmm The clock is racing, Hunty. I was watching Love After Girl, but the clock is racing on me this morning, and I gotta make sure because y'all know I love to stay live until I gotta literally be at work. So that means I got to make sure before I even push record, I have literally done every single thing that you have to do. I have to do before I walk out the door. So excuse me if I just seem like I'm racing when I walked in, but I'm like, I am. I am. I'm a minute early. I'm always late. I'm early. I'm saying, hold on a second. You said it 5 minutes past 9. Now you can't even do 55 minutes because now I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I couldn't come without my Saturday morning cartoons. And not saying none of y'all are cartoons, just saying that was one of my favorite things about Saturday morning. I don't know about y'all. Chores, please. 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 Even when I was on a bowling league, yeah, it was fun to go see the people. Yeah, I wanted to sleep in. I wanted to lay down and watch cartoons on the floor eating cereal. Dana sis, how you doing? Tina sis, how you doing? Susan sis, how you doing? Bougie, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Just John King, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How was your evening last night? How was your evening? Mine was yeah, my evening was like an evening. It wasn't it wasn't chaotic. It was an evening. I did a lot of peace and cues. Good morning. Good morning. I did a lot of laughing last night. I really did. I cannot lie, y'all. I did a lot of laughing. Mama Ann. Yes, hey. Oh, how you doing, Queen? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Love brought you in, and as soon as you entered the room, I felt your love. Good morning. Good morning to ya. Yes. This lesson said, as long as you're there, ma. And like I said, as long as we come in the building, you always in the building with us. You're always in the building with us. Each one of us carry you. Selfie, how you doing this morning, Queen? Good morning to all the queens and kings in the building. Good morning to all the kings and the queens just listening. Good morning to the kings and the queens that come later. Good morning. Good morning. One thing about the crown, you're never late. You're never less and you're never not ready. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's one of the great things about the crown, y'all. Even when you're a little down, people can't help. But the reason they notice is because you're wearing a crown. Because if they was just noticing how many people was down, they'd see it's everywhere. But they notice you. So good morning to the crown. I don't know what you're going through. I don't. But what I do know is we up in here today together right now. We counted. We made it yet another day. Some of us went to sleep hoping it was the last night. Believe it or not, somebody went to sleep last night hoping it was the last. It's you two trying to. I mean, what I'm saying something good. And I believe 2023 is our season. It's the underdog season. It's the one that's always felt they've been picked last, not heard. It's your season. Now remember, because it's our season, some of the people gonna come out and do it the wrong way. They're gonna be heard by doing something bad. They're gonna be seen by doing something wrong. They're gonna be remembered by doing something hateful. It's their season too. But it's also that season for the underdog to be the big dog. It's that season for the unheard to be heard. It's the season. I'm telling you, it's the season. That's why you got so many bad jumping up because they want to silence the ones of us that are here that woke up another day because really you are the fight. You aren't the only one who went through it, but it's your fight that's going to change a lot of them who are going through it. It's our season. Cooks with love. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. And people say, Danny, is you preaching? No, I'm teaching, baby. You better know. Because see, sometimes we don't listen to the preacher because they rock you by saying the things about you think they talking to you. When somebody's teaching you, you want to learn. You want to learn. And what you'll learn more than anything is it was already in you. I just taught you how to see it. That's it. I just said something that touched something because it's what you needed to hear. I could go watch a scary movie and a message be in it for me. See, because I know that teaching is everywhere. You know what I mean? It's everywhere. I'm watching a love movie that I know they done wrote a script for. But when I'm watching it, something triggers in me that I can relate to. And I can learn from it. Because see, they wrote the script because maybe they went through it too. And this is how they passing the message. They teaching us something. They teaching us something. We'll watch movies, and in a movie, they'll show us that racism still exists. But we'll actually sit here and say, I don't really think it exists like that no more. Movies are imitations of life. So like I said, we just here to teach. I ain't here to preach. It ain't in Sunday. Get to pushing buttons. Get to pushing buttons. Yeah, like I said, good morning, everybody. How's your day? How's your day? It's 9/11. Prayers to the people we lost. I cannot see 9/11 and not. So usually I just in my head, but we all here together. We all here together. Yesterday was the anniversary, the 20-year anniversary of the tragedy in Chicago at E2, the club. I remember that night like it was yesterday. I will never forget it. One thing I remember is we had stopped to get some grain and we was hollering at one of my buddies and they was getting ready to go there that night. It was like 7 when we came. They somehow they was going. One of their buddies, it was their birthday. They was gonna go up there. It was gonna be popping. It's gonna be popping. Danny, you gonna swing through? I said, you know I don't club it. My whole cousins worked up there. You know what I'm saying? Like I still ain't. Everybody you knew from the city was gonna be up there. Every weekend. Forget just that one, every weekend. That morning I got up, I went to Malcolm X at the time. I got up, I went to school. And for some reason that morning I turned on my CD player instead of turning on my radio. I got to school and there was something in the air that was different. As soon as I get out, people outside crying outside the school. It's people out talking about it and people going off. I said, wait a minute, something happened at school? So I walked up to get dead in what's going on. They said, you didn't hear about what happened this morning at E2? No. You ain't heard that yet? Soon as they say it, I hear somebody talking like next to us. And I say, wait a minute, I get dead on my phone. And that thing rocked the city. Because see, it was people from the south side, west side, the suburbs, Maywood, Bellwood. Oh, it rocked my city. So today I have to. There's no way I wouldn't come up on here. I should have yesterday. But take a second to remember every person lost that day. That Valentine weekend, just kicking it, we all kicking it, to everybody just kicking it. But see, I also think about that evening, think about for the love of money, a place that shouldn't have been open was open. For the love of money, a place was overcapacitated with not an exit strategy for a crisis with a crowd. And because of that, because see, we could say it all happened because a fight broke out in the club. Because see, we wasn't up in there, and even if he was, we could say a fight broke out in the club and somebody sprayed something and we got little. But it's on the club to have an exit plan in case that happens. We could say somebody opened fire, but you should still have an exit plan. To every family, to everybody, everybody. There's not a person, including myself, who didn't know somebody rocked by that in this city. And they aren't forgotten. And they are not loved. And they weren't hoodlums. And they weren't trash. And they didn't deserve it. Because, see, what nobody will remember is like a week later at another club in another state. And I'm sorry I don't remember the state, but we were still mourning here. But there was another situation where they was having a little concert and a fire broke out. And once again, a place did not have a great exit strategy, but yet it was collecting your money. Yet it was the place you wanted to be at, to kick it at, to hang out at, because it was the it place. It was the shit place. And to all my young people, to every incident, down to when they did the shooting at the club in Florida, where it came in and it was a hate crime. Y'all have to remember that when you're amongst people, it's not you. You have control of. You don't have control of everybody, and you don't know what they're thinking, what they're gonna do. But always have an exit strategy. I don't care if you go to the restaurant. Just always have an exit strategy. Because if you're waiting for somebody else to have one for you, take a look at every incident in somebody's favorite place, at somebody's good old concert, at somebody's whatever. And tell me why they didn't have a plan just in case. They should have one. They should be covering their own ass to the point that they have a plan just in case. But that plan should also cover the people in the building. I don't give a damn if we got to have it in an open place so y'all can just scatter and run everywhere. But I can't to this day look at those videos of those people on that stairwell climbing on top of each other trying to get out. I can't. I can't imagine for the people that lived, imagining that some of them caused other people's death because they were just trying to live. So prayers to every one of them. Prayers to every one of them, and they will never be forgotten. That will never be forgotten in my city. And love to each and every last one of them. Each and every last one of them. That I had to do. I had to take a second. I had to take a second because I didn't. I didn't. But when I looked at the news and seen that, I just thought to myself, man, you never forget when the anniversary of it comes up. And sometimes you don't talk about it like that because then you think about it like that. They canceled our classes in college because it rocked the building. So many people were affected. So, off that, but I had to give that. I could not do that. I could not do that. I'm sorry. I wasn't even trying to dampen the moment because that was sending love. Your ancestors and everything else ain't all older than you, but they the ones that are gone on. They the ones that you took their life and made sure it wasn't in vain. Yeah, but definitely. But other than that, I really, to be honest with y'all, last night got so caught up. So caught up. And as the YouTube turns, they got a new series. The one I was telling y'all about Michael Perry and them. Oh, I got caught up in that last night. They were going back and forth without going back and forth. I just wish somebody had the platform where these minds could get on and give me a real debate where you can actually tell me what it is. Y'all could actually talk. I ain't saying become friends. See, that's what y'all think. Y'all think a peace summit mean we walked up out of here kumbaya and so much that we decided to get matching friendship bracelets and to wear it as we cut our fingers and united in blood. No, it doesn't. It means either this shit about to go up or let's don't let it die down. Or it can still go up, but why don't we make it very clear to everybody what we fighting for? Because I swear every time you get one of them in the room together, see? That's why you got to have your own questions. Because if you leave it up to them, they'll never give you the answers you need, y'all. Because I swear, when you get them together, y'all done seen it. Think of any two of the content creators that you know be beefing. Think about when they got on the same platform. Pay attention. Their biggest problem be everybody else problem. When they get on there together, it'd be like this. Before they come up, this be me. Now, when I go into off the screen, that means it's both of us up here. But right now, it's just me. Yeah, let me tell you something. I can't stand Danny. Bump Danny. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff she done did to me. She done called my job. She done called my kids. She done called the dog. She called my dog a new name, and now he don't even answer the Nino no more. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff she done did to me. You know, she done did this. She done did that. She done did, I don't care what she did to nobody else. The stuff she did to me is the worst. The worst. Wait, hold on, y'all. We got somebody in the back. Look like we got just Danny in the back. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what she got to say. Look, y'all. I'ma listen for a minute, but I'ma check her because I don't got no love for her. You know what I mean? No love for just Danny. Hold on, let me pull up, y'all. Y'all, I ain't even gonna say be nice. She ain't been nice to us, right? Hit her with that fire when she come up. Hey, hey, I'm coming up here, BHM. I'm coming up here because you keep putting my name in your mouth, and I'm just like really trying to figure out what's my beef. When did I call your job? You know what I'm saying? Tell me when I called your job. No, let's talk about when you called Tina's job. How about that? Because everybody, come on, guys, put it in the chat if you know. Everybody knows when you called Tina's job. Everybody knows, and you called her job, and then she end up getting less hours because of it. You remember that? Do you remember that? But I'm asking you, when did I call your job? Let's get all off of that. Let's get all off of that. Let's get into how that day that Bougie came up on your panel. And when Bougie came up on your panel, you was trying to treat her and you was saying like really slick stuff. You knew she did not like apples and you kept saying, hey, do you want some apple? Do you like apples? Do you want apples? I got an apple tree. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Because see, you all up on here trying to deflect. This is my panel. This is my channel. And if I ask you a question, that's what you don't ask me no questions. It's not an interview. You're not interviewing me. You came into my backstage. You came into my backstage trying to come up. I just want to know, because before I came up here, you was talking all this woo woo wah wah about the problems you got with me. So I'm trying to figure out, what did I do to you? You know what? What you can do for me is I'm dropping you. You're off my panel. Look, let me tell y'all something. Here's what I'm not going to sit here and do on my panel is answer questions. I ask the questions. This is not, I'm not under investigation. I'm not the one. Do you know the things that they have done to me? Just Danny runs around here. Oh, just so good. Just Danny. It's just knows everything. But do you know what Just Danny has done to me? Bullied me, harassed me, and now comes up on my panel and calls me a liar? Oh my goodness. Never again will she ever be on my panel, ever. You could mark that, set the date, set your clocks to the time. This is the time she will never come back up on my panel. I mean that. Hold on, let me get up in this chat because I don't give a damn what Just Danny's talking about. You should let her back up. She wasn't really doing. Who is that? Mods, are you all sitting here for this? You saw that? What does Bougie's situation have to do with? Bougie's situation has everything to do with it, okay? Who are you? Is Bougie in here saying that? Because that's you. That's you. Hey, Gio's Comfort Zone. How you doing, sis? How you doing? You just missed how Just Danny just came up here thinking she was going to check me. Check me. I checked. It was checkmate, right, guys? It was checkmate, right? Right? And I hope you guys got that person out there that asked me all those questions. Not that I'm doing a skit. It's called what YouTubers do on their channel. What some YouTubers do on their channel. They woof 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 about what they got with somebody, and as soon as they come on their panel, they don't have a problem with them. Everybody else does. And that's what I was doing, Jim, making a good old jokey joke on a Saturday morning about the lunacy I see. That was another way of me recapping the Michael Stovall Perry Sherelle recap. That was my recap on it without even doing it. But just saying I see that too much. That's it, sis. How you doing this morning? Oh, you just FaceTime with your grandbaby? Beautiful. Beautiful. That's what I was saying yesterday to my mom. I said, please, I FaceTime with my granddaughter. And even if that was the only time I seen her, I wouldn't make they know that's a waste. So I'm not going, I'm never gonna close that tunnel. Never. Man. I'm sorry, y'all. And the thing is, I take my camera off. I'm gonna be digging in my face, everything else on camera. I mean, I will, but I don't. But I promise you, when you're sitting here looking at yourself, you are literally in a mirror. A mirror. That's why sometimes I find myself looking into my own eyes and thinking, you got to talk about what you want to talk about. That's what everybody got to do on their channel. However it is, however it's delivered, you got to be you. As long as I'm authentic, I don't have to worry about trying to figure out how to be something. I don't. I don't. I'm just giving you Danny. I'm just chilling with you. I come off this thing and we'll talk. And the thing different to me is we talk more about life, real life. And that's what I do on here. Talk more about my life, real life, things I'm going to go through. But shit, if you think I'm not going to stop and talk about where else but on YouTube would you talk about what you saw on YouTube? You think I want to go into my regular life and just be sitting at work talking to them about people they never even heard of in channel, so they have no reference to anything you talking about. They don't even know what it means for the chat. They what? You in the chat? The chat of what? And then Instagram like Instagram. Oh God, no. No. We can speak about it to each other. And of course, people gonna talk about it on their channels and everything else because it's something we all seem to do together because we in the building, right? In YouTube, right? In the chat, right? Together, right? Right? So where else would I do that? Where else would I do that? Let me get in this chat with my real eyes. With my real eyes, because I'm trying to use it with my computer eyes. Jeez. They are straining my eyes. Checkmate. Right. Right. It'd be the silliest stuff on YouTube. People come out and then it's always somebody comparing, right? But they only comparing in one place. No, 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 no. When it comes to YouTube, you gotta compare it as a whole. You can't compare it as just one place and saying this sector, even though it's this big, is a whole to what's going on YouTube. People be like, I gotta get off YouTube because all y'all do is argue. All they do is argue. And it don't get me wrong, it's 100,000 other mofos, 1,000,000 other mofos on here arguing. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. I told you they got beef in the vegan section. It's everywhere. People are people. People are fighting. People are competitive than the mofo. People suddenly believe that what you doing is affecting what they doing. No. What's affecting what you doing is you worrying about what I'm doing. When you wake up worrying about another mofo, don't use people as a reason for you to get up better. Use people as a reason for you to know if they got that shit, I can get that too. And I can go past that. And look, it's somebody who went past that, and somebody who went past that, and somebody, you know what I mean? Come on, do something. And if you say it's a lack of this on YouTube, then provide it. You know what I'm saying? It's supply and demand in the world. It's supply and demand in the world. So if the people so-called need it and you got an answer, give it to us. Stop holding it to your chest and telling us how the world would be so much better if you did this. If we did this, why don't you do it and show somebody? Won't you teach us? Teach us. Please. Please. Teach somebody, because it's somebody who want to hear it, just like you. Somebody who's saying, you know what, can we just actually, that's why you'll see creators do it. Like if you talk about these shows and it get to a point where people like, man, we loving on you, but man, can we get just stick to the shows? Then that's what you do. Supply and demand. I gotta get the people, I gotta supply the people with what they demand, what they need, what they want, what they want. That's what it's all about. Well, yes, Jill is definitely a content creator. Definitely. And she's always come through and supporting. And always came with her crown. I got mad respect for Jill. I really do. And had to want to eat the shorts. Like, well, I'm talking about eat the shorts. Somebody take that a whole different way. Food. Cooks with love, you already know it. I try not to just see your name next. Like, what'd you make? What did you make? Yeah, I know I'm a foodie. But Jill be everywhere too. I see her. And she still see. I like people who them. See, people be worried about if you them and you doing something they don't do, or you might be somewhere they wouldn't be. That's not them being them. That's them being me. If I want them to do that for me to like them, and that's what's wrong with people. With me, I like people who people. Be who you are, and I love that. Standing who you are, when I feel that energy on you, like, oh, I know I'm amongst real. I know I'm amongst the boss. I ain't gotta know you. I can feel the energy. You know what I mean? That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. The rest of y'all waiting on St. Peter Paul and the rest of them come join you in your friendship journeys. And that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen because you not Saint that. I'm me. I'm a warrior. I'm a lioness. I'm a bunch of things, but Saint that I ain't. And if you know anything about anybody who so-called is in Bible, they're gonna have a story. It ain't gonna be they just woke up one morning and nothing happened. Theirs ain't gonna be your story. They gonna have a story, and they gonna been through some stuff. It was just it's part of the warrior shit. Did y'all know that the Woman King is on Netflix? Oh, I'm on that tonight. Oh, I'm on that tonight. Tonight. That movie gave me body. And I tell you, honey, when that part come and they beating on them drums and them warriors are out there, I almost jumped up and became a warrior. I was like, I was dying for this. Yeah, that's my move. Show me if you ain't say it. And I know we can talk about all the conflict and that they were selling. They were selling their own people. Yeah. See, the one thing we got to know about slavery is not only it's terrible in many ways. Anybody who was in the other side and they was a slave, trust me, the stories ain't gonna be good. Ain't gonna be beautiful. They not gonna be where they was sitting up in there like, ooh, if I could trade off this for going to live back in the middle of the street, I would. Nah, they not. They not. They not. They not. But when they was in it for a long time, I bet you one thing that they'll tell different than we will, and we free. We free. I don't care what nobody's saying about what something was. I'm free. My mama was free. My grandma was free. You heard me? Like, we free. So at the end of the night, they was still finding joy. They was being given the pigs, balls, intestines, and everything else, and they was making dinner. They was giving nothing, and all around the world where slavery exists. When you hear what the people were going through, you'll say, oh, that wasn't no walk in the park. So like I said, when you get to that movie, you're going to have a conflict, especially within my race. It's going to be a bunch of people who will say, I can't watch that movie because they promoted this and they promoted that. But see, here, what you got to learn is the history. And they're going to Hollywood it up a little bit. But you got to grab the moral to the story. The best way to know where you've gone, where you are, is to know where you came from. It's to know where you could be. Stop thinking about where you should be. Everybody want to look past it. Everybody can't wait to be the Jetsons and being flying, but they not realizing all the stuff that's going to go on between the time of riding horses to you flying. Enjoy that. Enjoy cars. Enjoy everything that leads to it. But we still just waiting for that because I am. Maybe I'm just the only one waiting to be a Jetson. I want to be flying through space and stopping to get a burger at a drive-thru in the air. I want that. I want that so bad. I want to live in a house that when I look out the window, the stars are looking at me. Shoot. Danny, she's a Jetson. She's in a place that's straight out of, we gonna call it fiction-y. Cause I mean, come on, we ain't never gonna live like that. But I'm still waiting. So I never enjoy all this other stuff because I'm still waiting for that. I'm still waiting to fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I could touch the sky. Sweet potato, good morning, says. How you doing? I just saw a preview for it last night as I was getting ready to cut off my TV because I decided, ever since my phone acted up the day before, I decided when I'm actually gonna go to sleep, I am going to turn it all off. Maybe that's just a sign for me to just turn it all off and not only let me get some rest, let it get some rest. Because I've let my phone run all night. Because sometimes YouTube will go to the next thing and the next, so it's running all night. So why don't I let it rest too? So I cut everything off. But right as I was getting ready to cut off, you know how movies go off that you watch and they start showing you these other movies. They keep coming, these little commercials on Netflix, like little clips of them. They just go by. It don't be no words. They just go past. Well, as the movies were going by and I was staring there at it and I was doing the last things I was doing on my phone before I got ready to cut everything off, I just looked up and I said, is that the Woman's Game? Oh, Hunty, we watching that. And how did it get there that fast? But every time I get mad about what they're doing to us in Hollywood, you know what I say? Look how far we done came now. We got whole people like Tyler Perry with his own studio. So if you just wanted to get on some Marcus Garvey, you got to go there if he lets you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he lets you. But, hey, even if he don't, then make your own studio. Bill Joseph, he was living in a car once. 20 years ago. So if you say, baby, I didn't think I got 20 years on it, I know you got a few. Let's get it started. And if you don't think you got 20 years on it, you better have a protege next to you that is sitting this so deep just like you that if you leave tomorrow, oh, baby, not only will they stand up, they're going to stand up for you and them. They won't let your dream be in vain. That's what I said when I think of my ancestors, when I think of them, when I think of the ones that was under the Jim Crow law and couldn't vote. That's why I voted since I was 18 years old. And I don't give a damn what anybody's saying about an election. I'm going to vote and I'm going to look into the vote and I'm going to make decisions that I feel are best for me because that's a right we all have. So when it comes to where y'all be talking about where we was. You ain't there. You ain't never even been there. And here's the thing. If you were there, your mentality wouldn't be here. Your mentality's here because there's no way you'd be there. Because them people died so you could even be free enough to talk about what you do. Some of them took what you couldn't take so you could get to where you at. So for them, some of y'all ancestors is mine because when they fought that fight, they fought it for me and you. They didn't fight for you. They didn't die for you. They didn't run for you. I mean, come on, y'all. Harriet Tubman. One of the things they leave off is she had got a strap. And she knew no matter what, going back was death. And I'm choosing to show you we got to be free. Shit. We got an MLW fishing man. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you out there on the boat? How are you doing? How are you doing? But you got to know. So you got to think of where we came from, what we got. Y'all got to be starting to think about how to survive. Y'all don't even seem to know that you're surviving. You making it, shit. It ain't where you want to be, then keep working on that. Work on it until you can't work on it no more. Work on it until you're there. And what you realize is as soon as you get there, you're going to realize something else you got to work on. It's just like when you're cleaning up. You clean the hell out of something. You thought everything was clean. You clean the hell out of something else. You're like, oh, this look dirty. It ain't dirty. It's just it looked next to that, so now you gotta do that all over. So that everything looked the same. Please. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning to each other. Yes, yes. I love when the kings are in the building. I love when real men are in the presence. I love when the crown is on a man. I love when the crown is on a woman. I love it. I love it. Y'all want to know what sexy that? And not sexy like I want you sexy, like it's just sexy for you. It'll make you feel sexy. It'll let you know your worth. It's on you. It's coming from you. Forget what somebody else saying. There's a lot of people out here saying that somebody ain't nothing because they think they ain't nothing. And they ain't right. They got a right to think that. They got a right to think that. But remember when you want everybody to know your worth, that there's somebody else, like just how you doing that, somebody who want the same thing you want. I don't know many people who don't want love. Now I know a lot of people don't want to accept it, believe in it, and all that because it's hurt them. That's why they don't want it in their life. They're scared of going back to that. Going back to that part where you felt weak because without it you felt, you know what I mean? You weren't weak. That's like needing gas and thinking you're gonna keep driving that car. Love is a fuel. We need it. We need it. It changes things. It conquers shit. For real. It does. You know how many people when they was going through, when they finally got strength back in themselves. They think of how those people who loved them and held them and was there for them, how that got them through. Even when there was times them people was loving on you, you was resisting them. You wasn't answering their call. You wasn't this, but it was that love for real. Because they love couldn't help but know that, man, they going through. You know what I mean? I will cuss her out, but I know she going through. That's love. Now, it also is not going to have me sitting there letting you just punch on me like a punching bag. Because I love me. Like I said, I stopped giving out tainted love a little while ago. I stopped giving out that love that had the attachments that I hope you give it right back to me the same way. I stopped giving that out. I don't even do that. I don't even do that. In respect, you hear the dog upstairs running back and forth. He is having a blast. I don't know what he's running for. But yeah. I know when we first came, Nino would run back with him. If he run, he run. Now he just like, oh, over that dog. It didn't sound like you could just hear his feet, but it sound like it's such a dog. He is, it's him times three. But he just having so much fun. Sometimes you can tell he chasing like his little toy. You can hear it. And he don't do it all the time, but he just had these moments. He's on spurt back and forth. But just now, he just gave us a moment. He gave us a good moment of it. Yeah, y'all know I had to come on here. I love you too. I love you for real. See, some people out here be like, man, you just be saying that to get people. Man, let me tell you something. One thing I've learned, and this is real life, the worst thing you can ever do is fake love people. Because you'll have them questioning them and everybody else who really loves them. I ain't got time to fake love nobody. I don't gain shit out of loving people. I don't. I just know that I'm gonna give you love, and I mean I can give you toxic too. But I mean, here's the thing: the thing I'm really giving is love. Anything other than that is just it's a part of what you got to do. Survival of the fittest, baby. That's why I can survive any other meaning. I don't want to be in the storm. I don't want to be in. You know what? This computer's gonna make me kick some ass. I don't want to be in the storm. I don't want to be in none of that. But I got umbrellas. You know what I'm saying? I know how to weather any storm. I know how to take take shelter. I know how to do that. You know. So you don't want to. None of us do. And some of us have been in so much pain, and I've been in periods of my life that I've been so hurt, or in so much pain, or so much with health, or whatever it was, so much in relationships, so much with my kids, so much whatever it was, that in the truth of the matter is the storm I knew how to handle the best was bad. I knew how to handle bad perfectly because it seemed like it was all you was getting. It seemed like a win would feel so good. But I learned when you're in too much pain, you don't even notice a win. You almost be all right, yeah, it's whatever. I mean, come on, let's keep it moving. Because Because you already know dark is, I mean, you can see the clouds above you. Shit, it's about to rain. And it remind me of that song. Whenever I'm feeling like that, I have to put that song on by Kelly Price. It will rain. Troubles will come. That's my jam. I might have to play that when I get off here. Because it will rain. It will rain. That's the thing I can promise you. It will. And sometimes what you'll learn is it's only raining on you. That rain isn't all over. It's not raining outside. That's why I say send love to each other. Send some respect to say how you're doing. And really want to know how somebody doing. Not just say it because it came out your mouth. And that's love. Respect. Like I said, y'all think respect is y'all setting up, calling somebody on the phone, pretending to be friends. Hell no. Respect is me saying, you know what, I respect me enough that I'm not going to degrade me or waste my time belittling what you are. I mean, come on, how many times can we do it? It's like getting in the bed with somebody and every time they're going to do the same move, like the same candle. Do the same. You're going to think to yourself, oh my goodness, this is getting boring. Change something up. Shoot, change something up. How long we gonna be sitting up saying we hate each other, we can't stand each other? You disgust me, the sound of your voice disgusts me, the thought of your name. Don't say their name, I don't want to hear their name as we talk about them every day. How many days would y'all want me to come on here and talk about massacre? Every day. Sometimes I don't turn on the news because it's like, come on, could you give me, dang, how much bad news you carry around with you? To know I'm a light, I had to be in the dark. I had to be in the dark. Because some people are a light, are sitting in the light and don't even see it. Because they don't know what dark is like. They don't. They don't. So when you think about, well, all that's good is going to come from all different places. Some people's darkness was way darker than you ever could imagine. You know what I mean? Some people's darkness was so dark you don't even know how they ever saw light. But no, that means they've been to places you never want to go. I had to start setting me an alarm to get ready. Y'all already know I set up here till 10. I'm walking there at 10:03. But I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be better. I'll be on time. Anyway. But yeah. But that's the one thing. And that's why I'd say in here we got a crown. You don't got my crown on. Let me tell you something. Your crown can't fit my head. My crown can't fit your head. And it doesn't mean because I'm great or because I've been through something else. It just means that your crown is tailor made. It is the jewels, the gems in it are from you, are your war wounds, are your stories, are your strengths, are your guidance, are your ancestors. So your crown wasn't made for me. But see, I'm boss enough to know that if you wear your crown, it's just like me. Like I said, so I respect the crown. I respect your crowns. I do. And even if when we just come up in here, we just, you know what I'm saying? And when I say wearing a crown in here, trust me, when you got a crown, you wear it wherever you go. Even when you're acting a fool, I start acting a fool right now. I'm still wearing a crown. But the good thing about a crown is it condemns me, not you. So when I wear a crown and I act a fool, if I was wrong, you know what I'm going to do? Condemn myself. I'm not going to be worried about, oh, you, be explaining to you, and hope you know. I'm going to be telling myself, you stoop that low with them goofies. You in your crown went to that old dusty area with these losers. That's what I'm gonna be saying to myself. That ain't gonna be the speech you give you. But it's gonna be to tell me next time you better do it like you got a crown in your head. So it's gonna change how I move. But I'm still gonna be in battle. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I have to tell myself. I have to tell myself because I have a crown. See, when I had a crown, I told you I just had it sitting out, chilling. I ain't even really, I used to look at it sometimes like that thing heavy. It mean I'm supposed to be perfect. It mean I ain't never did nothing wrong. I don't deserve it. That's what I used to say about my own crown. Not your crown, my crown. But when I realized that I needed to have it on because I deserved it, it was a part of me I earned. I mean, I didn't earn it. I was born with it. I was born with it, but life made me take it off and forget that I come from the kingdom. So once I got it on, what I realized was right, wrong, or indifferent. I wore a crown. But when I went out there and I just reacted and acted a fool, like I didn't have the bagging up or I didn't have, no, and I had to prove, no. The crown told me, you better not. You better stop. You better stop. You trying to change somebody and you won't even change the fact that you are still sitting up here not worrying about you to try to fix somebody else. And I started checking myself. That's what I told you. You know change when it comes when you're not worried about what everybody else did and you worry about you. What you do, how you react, and what you can do better, what you want to do better, what you really feel, your real dreams. That's when change comes. The love I got for me will definitely represent what I'm giving out, period, and what I'm letting in, period. So that's the difference. That's the difference. That's the difference for me. Because every other time, every change I was making was for my kids, my mama, my dog, the this, the that, this dude I was with. I want to prove to this other person they was wrong, but I really didn't want to go that way. But you know what I'm saying? I had to do better. I had to get better. I really did. I really, really did. I had to get better and do better. So that's what I did. That's what I did. So when I'm telling y'all, man, it started with you. You got to forgive you. You got to go to each area of you. I'm 43 years old. When I started, I was 41 years old. This transition for me the real way, when life had to take me to what I would call my low so it could rebuild me. And so it had to beat me up and build me up. And by beat me up, that means I had to accept me. That's what nobody could hurt me with. I had to accept me. I had to accept when my mouth was so-called defending me and I hurt people I loved because I was trying to protect me. I had to hear it. I had to see every action I made, every reaction I made off of everything that happened to me and realize that's when it's on me, what I'm doing now. It's not on them. They running around in la la land and you are running around in the pits of hell. When you gonna get you together, Danny? How many times can you end up in the same place and blame everybody else when now the common denominator is you? You cannot continue to frivolously run through money like there's not going to come a day. Let me tell you something. I had to check me. I had to say, if you weren't the best mother you couldn't be, then that, you know what, all you can be now is that. And if you thought you were, then standing you were and continue to be that. I had to come there. I had to come to a place and say, you know what, not only was it not your time to be in that, no matter what relationship it was, until you had this moment and grow, you'll never be the queen that's going to have the king you deserve. Because you can't come up in there some insecure, battered, damaged, carrying every bag lady. You gon' miss your bus. You better listen. We have to know. So I had to know. I had to grow. I had to stop. I had to take out all the things that were clouding me, including people. Because those were the things that were keeping me stagnant in that place, and I just couldn't do it no more. And I wouldn't do it no more. So when I tell you love you first, that's it. Please, I'm still a beast out here. Because I still got a lot of growing to do. But see, I'm in a path and in a process, and progress is a process. It's a process. It is, and you got to do it the right way. So like I said, I can't wait to get to the little girl me. Because once I let her know it's all right, she's safe, and look, we made it, then I know that the real peace will be inside of me. For real, where it's not still that place where you can't go there. I can't go in that room. Because it triggers something that'll make you turn all the way back on everything you did. Some of us trying to take it all in one night, you can't. It didn't happen in one night. I can't change it in one night. It's a step-by-step process. And we got it. We got it. But y'all, it is 9:53. So if I'm gonna wrap it up, I got to start right now. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and having a team with me. Thank you for coming in and spreading some love. Thank you to everybody who came in the building. Thank you for everybody who's still laying in the bed, chilling. Because even if they're in the chat, you probably might still be doing it. Who cooking right now, who out getting ready to run some errands, who in their car, be safe. Have fun, enjoy your day. And if anything else, if nobody does, enjoy you, love you, look in that mirror and let you know it's okay. It's okay. You know how you know it's okay? Because we made it. They gave us another day. They done gave us another day up in this beast. Nirvana says, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I saw 30 on my clip. I said, I know that crown. I know that crown. Much love, sis. Much love. But like I said, just remember that. So today, go out, enjoy your Saturday. Lay back, enjoy your Saturday. If you're breathing, enjoy that fact. Enjoy that fact. Enjoy that fact. Because somebody not here today. Somebody not here today. So, y'all, I love you. I love you. Thanks for loving each other. Thanks for coming in with the crown. Thanks for loving on me. Let me get my butt on out of here so I can I'm trying to be good today, so I'm trying to be on 10. But I do plan on swinging by Heidi's on my lunch to talk about that old, I'm not going to love after lockup, y'all. Because if I get started, I'll be in here till 10:55 talking about them foodies. But anyway, I'm on my lunch. I'm definitely gonna get up with y'all and talk about that. And other than that, much love. And I'll see you later. Hopefully I get off on time because then I'll go live at like 8. I don't know, 7, 8. I don't know. It depends on if I get off. But I'll see you later. Love y'all.